Hi there, this is the RPS Project. I'm Richard and welcome to 2019. First day of 2019 and today I'm going to be doing, I don't know, an overview. What have I done? What am I going to do? I don't know how interesting it'll be to people, but I feel I want to do it just to give myself some clarity of what I've done, where I've been and hopefully where I'm going to. Got my list of notes, so let's get on with it. Well, I suppose to start off with, what have I been doing? What have I done? What things have I covered? Have I learnt anything? I think I have learnt stuff, so what have I covered? I mean, I've had a look at a Vega Russian radio, a Sharp VCR, a Pioneer DVD. Got a bit of a dodgy train, you'd take your fingers off that thing would. You know, so these are all things that I've opened up, had a quick look at. I haven't taken them apart and destroyed them or anything. I'm not that technical. Just wanted to see what was inside them. You know, how good did they look? You know, the Vega radio was quite interesting because that was obviously made in Russia. Russian-made equipment with Russian letters on. So, but it seems to still work all right. I think it needs a little bit of attention, but it's up there on the shelf. I might actually have a look at that at some point again, but not yet. I still need to learn a lot more things about electronics. I've had a look at some of the basics as well, like the LM317. You know, I had a look at that, done a video on that. The LM336Z, which is a reference diode and or shunt regulator. I had a look at that. That was quite interesting. I quite enjoyed that one. 555. Everybody's got a 555 timer. Everybody's used them, haven't they? I mean, they appear all over the place in all sorts of circuits. So, you know, it's a basic thing that everybody gets to mess with. Had a look at that. Microphone amplifier, audio amp. Now, I had some trouble with that. Did several videos on trying to work out how I could take my mono dynamic microphone and end up with a slightly amplified dual or stereo output. It was not really stereo, it's just a dual output. So I've got so I can plug it into the computer and know that I'm going to get left and right. Because if you just have audio, usually it just comes out on the left and just hear it in the one side. So I needed to balance it out so I could hear it in both when I record and play it back. I hear it in both ears. So I managed to do that. Found a circuit on YouTube from somebody else. I did put a link into that actually in the video. So I think Mic It Up was the thumbnail, somewhat like that, for that particular one. There was a couple of videos on that, I think. So go back and have a look. But yeah, I managed to do that. That was quite good. I've done quite a number of videos on transistors, basic transistors, class A amplifiers, trying to understand biasing, how to bias it up DC wise, how to use it, how to make it work in an amplifier circuit as a preamplifier. So I've done quite a number of videos on that, and I suppose really I've needed to because I want to learn about making little audio circuits. So that's a basic really, so I've had to try and understand it. So you know, there we go. That was interesting. Done that. Also had a look at my HP Stream notebook that I got, going slightly cheap. Wasn't too bad. It works all right. Does fine. Just very short on memory and hard drive space, especially. I mean, it's just so pitiful in the amount of hard drive space. Basically, they've, as far as I'm concerned, they've catered for the fact that you need to put an operating system on it, which is Windows 10. Works fine, but they haven't allowed for you to have any other memory space. So really, it's quite limited. And as soon as you put a couple of programs on there, it then has a go at you because it says, "Hey, I need to do an update. Can't do it. Haven't got enough memory space." Well, you know, put 64 gig in there instead of 32 because just not enough really. Any modern notebook really needs a lot more than that, as far as I'm concerned. 120 gig is probably about minimum in my my opinion, but it does still work. It's working fine. It's great for just quickly browsing the internet when I look up something. So there you go, marvellous. Also had a quick look at my Asus tablet. It's got a cracked screen on it, so it's, you know, when you touch it, it doesn't do anything. Yet it still seems to come on and work. I want to try and find another screen if I can, and do that. But again, that's going to be money. So and trying to find a screen for it. So maybe another project in the future. So yeah, I'll have a look at that again, hopefully. Some other items which are electronics. I did the CD4017, which is a counter divider. Managed to get that working. Had real problems getting that working when I first had a look at it. You know, unless you tie everything down and connect everything to somewhere or to ground, the whole thing just doesn't want to work. But I did manage to get it working, and working well. And then I also used that in conjunction with the CD4040, which is a 12-stage ripple counter. Got that working quite nicely. That worked well. I like those two videos actually. I mean, they seem to come out quite nicely. Had a look at the JDS 6600 SIG Gen that I bought, the little SIG Gen up there. Nice little device. Didn't have the scope when I got hold of that, so really I want to do another video of showing the outputs and what it's doing. I've been using it in a number of videos just recently, so it has been appearing, giving me nice signal outputs to my circuits, so it is working quite well. Had a quick look at a MOSFET, the Monster MOSFET, the IRF 740, yeah, with that little motor I put on there, and realised it's got several amps of current flowing through it, and I'm just holding it there in my hand, you know. Did I do a health and safety assessment? No. There you go. Don't mess with it too much though, because obviously if you do mess with electronics and you mess with electrics, it can bite you. So always be aware that you're dealing with voltages. Even small voltages and currents can have a nasty effect on you if you get it wrong. So always take precautions. And then had a look at the LM380 just recently. That's a great little IC, isn't it? Audio amplifier, 2-watt little thing for powering little speakers and stuff. I really quite like that, you know. I wonder if I could use that in a bigger circuit somehow. Not really sure, but there you go. And the other thing I've done is moved house. So as you can see, this is a different environment to what I started the year. But hopefully I'll get things sorted eventually, and it'll be a bit more polished. It still seems a bit rough around the edges, but you know, we do what we can. Moving on quickly then, I shall go on to what I want to do for 2019. First, time for another drink. That's nice. Nothing strong, just ginger ale. Not getting wild. Anyway, did I achieve my goals? Not quite, not really. I mean, I've done quite a number of things as I've described, which was entertaining. I enjoyed doing them. But one of the things I was hoping to do this year was lighting, get the lighting sorted out. And as you can probably tell, the lighting's a bit dim and dreary in here. The room's white, which is good, it helps. I've got a light over there that's helped to provide a bit more light in here. And the main light on the ceiling, well, that's an LED light bulb, and it's a cool white, which seems to illuminate the room quite nicely. But other than that, I've got a small window over there. Well, you know, it doesn't provide a lot of light, and today it's dreary as hell out there. It's right dim, nasty, not very nice looking. So I do need to sort out my lighting. I've got some LED strips on order, so I'll need some more money though, because I mean, this is the thing, it's having the money to do it. So I've got to get some backing for them, make some, I mean, I suppose it'd be like, you know, making a board like that, putting some strips on it, and then mounting that somehow so that I can then put them up in the background to just provide a lot more diffused light, so it just lights up the whole place a lot more. Oh, I'm sure I'll get there, but it is a task that I do need to do this year, and sooner rather than later. Hard disk drive or SSD. What do I need that for? Well, I've still got the old box down there. Remember the one where I changed the processor and put in an E8400 dual core processor. An old computer I got hold of, but it's got no hard drive in it, so I do want to get that sorted. I might even put Linux on it, get a copy of Linux and shove that on there, just because I want to see what it does, see how well it operates. I'm not going to use it for gaming or anything like that. What I was actually thinking of doing is using it for my voice recording side, and maybe find a little bit of software that I can use for voice recording. Then I can plug a microphone into that and use that for the audio, because at the moment the audio goes through the speaker that's actually built into the camera. So I want better audio, so it might work. I've got to find the money so I can get an hard disk drive or an probably an SSD if I can. And the price is coming down on them. They're getting much better pricing these days than they used to be. So I don't know, 120 gigabyte SSD, throw that in there, copy of Linux, see what I can do. That's another task to get on with. So what else have I got besides that? Yeah, I've said lighting, strips. Got to get some more money, so I say everything costs money. Another thing I'm going to have a look at is filters, because obviously audio circuits, I had a quick touch on filters, but I don't really know much about them. So filtering, such as passive filtering and active filtering, but I'll have to start with the passive, I suppose, you know, like RC filtering or LC filtering. Don't know anything about inductors, so that requires me to get and learn about inductors as well. So there's another task for me to get and look at. Need to get on with that really, because I want to expand on the audio circuit. So once you've got a basic audio circuit, then I really need to learn how to do some filtering, so I can subtly change it, get more bass or treble or mid-range in there, you know, make it sound nicer rather than just the basic output like the LM380. You know, you get a nice basic output, but I want to refine that, you know, get it sounding nice. Next thing is transistors. More transistors, yeah. I've had a lot of look at NPN transistors, but I need to look at PNP transistors more. I need to look at class AB amplifiers and how they work together. So I still have quite a lot of work to do on transistors, because really they do form quite a large part of electronics. I mean, transistors are basically everything, aren't they? You know, without the transistor, we wouldn't have our modern SSDs, which are a type of transistor. They're NAND technology. All your processors, you know, your i5s and i7s and your whatever else you got, it's all transistors. So I'm not going to be learning it on that level, but on a very basic level to be able to expand on the audio circuit. So yeah, that's a lot more learning on transistors I've got to do. So yeah, that's a big thing. Transistors and amplifiers. So I've got to move that on quite a bit, and that's what I'm mainly interested in. That's what I want to learn about. I want to learn about audio circuits, and transistors is the way to go, I suppose. You know, there is other digital things. I mean, it's a Class D amplifier. Learned a little bit about that, but there's a lot more to know about them, so I have to get that right. So yeah, those are the things that I mainly looking to try and do and get to work on. I mean, I'm more sure that there'll be other projects that will come along as I'm finding something else, and I think, oh well, that would be a nice project, I'll have a quick look at that and do that as well. So hopefully we'll have other things thrown in there, not just all transistors for the whole year. So what else have I got? So yeah, mainly transistors, filters, inductors, SSD for the PC, and sort out the lighting. So as an overview, that's quite a bit of stuff really. I don't know how much I'll get in 1 year. I try to do a video a week, so 52 videos hopefully. Anything else that comes along I will try and do, as I just said. Time wise, I suppose, how much time have I got to get and do all that stuff? but I'm sure I will. I do have a full-time job. I don't get paid for doing this. This is an interest. It's something I do as an interest. I'd love it to be a bit more, but there you go. At the moment it is just an interest. So the full-time job takes priority because it pays the bills. So, you know, you have to consider that. But yeah, hopefully I'll get things done. It'll be an enjoyable year. I'll learn more stuff, and hopefully I'll progress with the amplifier circuits and understanding that side of it, and making audio circuits and stuff. So yeah, I'm hoping it will be a successful and enjoyable year. Seems to have started off alright, even though it's grey and dull and damp outside, but yeah, onwards I go. But there you go. So that's my quick overview of the year 2018 and what I'm sort of hoping to get done for 2019. So on I go. Anyway, you know, give us the thumbs up on the videos. Give us a thumbs up for this one. Make comments. Yeah, I like to see comments. I want to see a lot more comments. If people can make comments, what they think about the video, if they've got comments about the technical side. Nothing's too technical in my videos because it's what I'm trying to learn myself. You know, I'm trying to learn this stuff, so I'm sharing that experience with you. But yeah, comments, please. Do put comments. And of course, subscribe. So yeah, please do. Click on the subscribe button. Click the bell as well so you get notifications when I posted a video. And that's it really. See you next time. And of course, cheers to 2019.